If negotiation is uncomfortable for you, get over it. As I consult, train, and speak, I have the opportunity to exchange ideas about negotiation with a lot of salespeople and their managers during the course of a year. I'm surprised at the reluctance many salespeople have when it comes to negotiating. I think many of them would rather take a trip to the dentist than negotiate with the buyer for the fair value of their product or service. It's that distasteful to them. Now think with me on this for a minute. The average salesperson spends a great deal of time and effort preparing for a sales call, and it takes a lot of expertise. They've got to know their products, they've got to know their services, they have to prospect, they have to set appointments, they have to prepare and deliver a professional presentation. When it finally comes time to make the deal, when they're face-to-face, toe-to-toe with the buyer for the negotiation, which determines the profit, it takes a few minutes. It's amazing how few minutes are spent in actual head-to-head negotiations. It's usually less than 20, an hour at most. If you're willing to negotiate and be uncomfortable for those few minutes, the bottom line of your deal can vary dramatically based on your negotiating skills and your nerve. You know what it's like? It's like buying a house. The actual time spent in negotiating, not looking, you look for months, but the actual time spent negotiating for a home is a few hours. If you're willing to negotiate and maybe be uncomfortable for a few hours and get a great deal, you'll live better for 10 to 15 years. Now that's a few hours well spent. Apply that same principle to a year-long contract. If negotiating is uncomfortable for you, I understand that. But if you can get around that, the payoffs can be well worth being uncomfortable for a small amount of time. There's a good lesson here. Here's the deal that life offers the professional salesperson. When it's time to negotiate, if you need to, be uncomfortable for a few minutes and live better for a long time. It's the easiest money you'll ever make. I tell sales groups all the time, you don't make better money, either for yourself or for the company, than when you're negotiating well.